Ladies Program. With your permission, sir, may I now invite Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Moses Kuria, to give his remarks and continue with the rest of the program. See us, please.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya and the Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces, the Chairman of the Council of the National Youth Service, Director General and all the Council members, the Governor of the County of Nakuru, Her Excellency Susan Kihika, Members of Parliament, led by the Chair of the Committee for Social Protection, Honorable Alice Nganga, servicemen, servicewomen, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is my pleasure to invite you, Excellency, as you join us in this very important milestone in the calendar of the National Youth Service. If there is a true embodiment of the bottom-up agenda, it is the National Youth Service. The 10,000 servicemen and women who are graduating today from the paramilitary service training are drawn from all the 1,450 wards of the Republic of Kenya, meaning that we are truly the face of Kenya and truly the embodiment of the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. Your Excellency, the National Youth Service is based on 4 pillars that we are implementing. And what is in front of you today is pillar number 1 on the paramilitary training and regimentation. Regimentation because in the National Youth Service, we believe that by working together in groups, it builds discipline, the right ethos and values, and also it gives us a chance to instill a sense of patriotism. After here, we will now go to the next steps in that journey of the National Youth Service through the second pillar of national service, where these wonderful young men and women will be deployed to carry out several tasks in assisting our nation building. Our third pillar, Your Excellency, is based on technical and vocational training, where we are already working with the technical and vocational education training institution in further deepening the skill base and the technical base of the graduates who are in front of you today. And the fourth pillar, for which you have been extremely supportive as we embark on our engineering agenda, is the pillar of commercialization, where we say that other than just building a cadre of young men and women who are going to play a very pivotal role in nation building and rebuilding our country, that we can also create a service that is sustainable, that we do not have to come all the time and seek exchequer support. Your Excellency, from the support that you are giving us in kicking off our transformation agenda under the NYS re-engineering program, we want to promise you that in the passing out parade of the year 2025, we look forward to actually giving you a dividend check, having employed young people and having deployed them to useful commercial purposes and ensuring that we have an NYS that is self-sustaining, that can be able to also expand and include more young people in that service. Your Excellency, let me take this opportunity to very briefly thank your officers whom you have appointed for the overwhelming support that they have given us to involve the National Youth Service in several aspects of our nation building so that we can be able to absorb even more young people. I just want to cite some state departments who have come forward and agreed to your clarion call to support the National Youth Service. The State Department for Water and Sanitation, who have committed to involve the National Youth Service in building small dams and actually expanding the existing ones, desilting the ones that are not usable anymore, so that the National Youth Service can be at the forefront in ensuring that the country is self-reliant in matters of water. State Department for Irrigation, with whom we are already working in some areas, building 25 kilometers of a canal in the Tana Delta, ensuring that we participate in the irrigation of up to 10,000 acres that we are going to put into active use to also help our country in matters of food security. State Department for Wildlife, the Principal Secretary for Wildlife, Sylvia Musia, is here, who are involving the National Youth Service in building water ponds within our national parks and ensuring that we actually reduce the deployment cycle as opposed to the traditional way that we have been doing this job. State Department for Crops Development, who have already, we had a very successful exercise in the last 6 weeks, where we have been harvesting maize seedlings in Kitale, in the ADC farm Kitale, and the CEO of ADC is here with us, where we have harvested 6,000 acres of maize seedlings that would have otherwise gone into waste. And by the way, we are not doing this for free. The Kenya Seed Company has come here with a check of 13.5 million shillings to pay these young people for our sweat. Just an example of one and many more things.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President is already here, coming, of course, to preside over this function. I now hand you over to the official celebration. Let us cross over and listen in.
Tumpungie mkono Mheshimiwa Rais wetu.
The effects of El Nino, the National Youth Service and the State Department for ASAL, alongside our other discipline forces within the National Police Forces and the Kenya Defense Force, are right in the forefront of ensuring that before the end of this financial year, we are going to plant 200 million trees across the country as we try to also mitigate the effects of the climate change. And again, we are not just doing this as an act of charity. Working with international climate organizations, during the ongoing COP28, we managed to get partnership from the Global Center for Adaptation, from the Africa Finance Corporation, who have agreed to make the National Youth Service a center of excellence in matters of climate adaptation, climate mitigation and resilience. And more importantly,
the best recruit in sports women, service number 230019, Emily Kemunto. Officer representing the best company men, Personal number 2010-02-0094, Senior Sergeant Edwin Marindani.
The other interventions will be
Officer representing the best company women. Personal number 200-703-382, Inspector Cecily Njiru.
The plan which your government is rolling out might appear painful as unpalatable to some. And in fact, we might get complaints here and there. I want to encourage you to follow the footsteps of my namesake, Moses of the Bible. When the children of Israel left Egypt and they went into the wilderness, they were crying. And some were even saying, afadhali uturudishe kwa Pharaoh. Na Pharaoh hata alikuwa anawachekelea, anawaambia niliwaambia mtajuta, afadhali mrudi huku. Lakini walipofika huko Canaan, hata hakuna mtu alikumbuka ile mashida tulikuwa nayo kwa njia. So we are going to keep the focus, because once we cross to the other side, even those people who are making noise today, like the children of Israel, they will not remember the problems that they had in the wilderness. We also intend to be innovative. We have to look for different ways to do things for us to change this country. We cannot do things the same way it has been done and expecting different results. Even the person who invented the car, in the beginning, people were resisting, and they said they don't want the car. They want faster horses. But in the end, today we cannot imagine life without the car. So we will keep the focus. We will try in different ways. We will try to be innovative, and we will move and transform and change this country, because that is what the people and God expect of us. And now, Your Excellency, let me take this opportunity to invite the governor of the county of Nakuru, who is our host. Your Excellency, you are sitting in a very interesting ward, the ward where we're sitting today. Last year, on the 9th of August, they went to the ballot to elect 6 people. Out of all those 6 people, you are the only man they elected. The MCA is a woman, the MP is a woman, the senator is a woman, the women obviously is a woman, and the governor is a woman. So if there might be some constitutional issue around that, which I have told Susan we have to look at it, even as we look at the issue of the 2-thirds rule, and you are privileged to represent all of us endangered men species in that endeavor. Madam Governor, welcome.